Do you want to know how to create a video that gets millions of views? Then you gotta know what is the best content structure for a video that gets you views. You probably have a great idea, great content, very good editing, awesome thumbnail and title, but still no views. There are so many factors for a video to go viral and gets millions of views. But one of the most important factor that usually is being overlooked and nobody talks about it is the actual content structure of the video. In this video, we are going to talk about the best content structure for a YouTube video. How to start your video to hook your audience. How to keep your audience engaged so that they want to watch your video till the end. And how to end your video so that they want to watch another video of yours. All of these are going to signal YouTube that your video is popular and people like your content. As a result, YouTube is going to push it to even more people, and like in a snowball effect, your video will be on track of getting millions of views. I'm Wahid, the founder of Best and Simple. This channel is all about getting you more views on your videos. If this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and subscribe to start your journey to get millions of views on your videos. Without further ado, let me tell you what is the best content structure for a YouTube video that gets you views. To simplify that and make it more memorable, I abbreviated this content structure to HOT5B+3, so you can remember it when you're creating your next video. This structure has 11 sections: hook, outcome, testimonial, branding, body, bonus, bring up another video, benediction, call to action, second hook, and funny element. The first and most important part of your video is the hook. You want to start your video with a strong hook. You only have 5 to 15 seconds to grab your viewers' attention before they click off your video. That's why the first few seconds of your video is the most important part of it, which defines whether your video is gonna make it or break it. Because if YouTube sees that people clicks off your video after a few seconds, it signals YouTube that people don't like this piece of content. And then YouTube is gonna stop pushing that to more people. And then your video is gonna be buried down. And that would be end of life of your video, unfortunately. That's why it's very important to spend time as much as needed to come up with a very strong hook. You gotta design your hook in a way that hits the core desire of your target audience, so they can't help but watching your video till the end. After hook, which should be take something between 5 to 15 seconds, then you gotta jump into the next part of your video, which is the outcome. The outcome is all about telling your audience that by end of this video, you are gonna know how to get the result you desire. You tell them what exactly they're gonna get out of your video. You clearly tell them the content of this video is gonna help them to satisfy the core desire you talked about in the hook part of your video. Not only that, you're gonna tell them they're gonna get the result fast, easy, without any pain or difficulty other people go through. It's like you cracked the code and now you're sharing the secret formula to get the result, like massive gain without pain. The core desire is the main reason they click on your video. And in this part, in the outcome part, you promise them you're gonna satisfy that core desire. Let me give you an example. If you are in a health and fitness niche, the core desire of your target audience can be something like abs in 2 weeks. Look at this video, 310 million views in 1 year. That's awesome. You see how she hooked her target audience by hitting their core desire? Not only that, she is showing them they can get the result really fast. People want the result and they want it fast. The next part of your video is all about why people should trust you and your content. You gotta give them reasons to trust you. In this part, you can bring up testimonials or previous successful stories. And if you're just starting and you don't have any successful stories or achievement yet, you can tell them that you studied other people's successful story and you figured out what made them successful. You kinda cracked the code and now you're willing to share your findings. That way, you're telling your people that the stuff you're talking about has already worked for other people, and now you're willing to share that secret formulas. The next part of your video is branding. Your video should be all about them. The only part you're gonna talk about yourself and what your channel is all about is the branding part. Keep it short and sweet, preferably under 8 seconds. A power tip for you guys: the more specific your channel is, the more compelling would be for your audience to subscribe. For a video with 10-minute length, the meat or body of your video should start not later than 60 seconds from beginning of your video. In other words, your hook, outcome, testimonial, and branding all together should take less than 60 seconds. You can do like this: 10 seconds for hook, 20 seconds for outcome, another 20 seconds for testimonial, and 8 seconds for branding. And then immediately start the body of your video. Of course, if your video is more than 10 minutes, then you can adjust this timeline accordingly. The body of your video should be structured in a way that is easy to follow, easy to understand, and easy to remember. To achieve that, there are a few structures that you can use based on the type of video you're creating. These structures are step-by-step, points or tips, storytelling, countdown, alliteration, abbreviation. A power tip if you're using the countdown format. Say that you have 10 points that you're gonna go through from 10 to 1. Usually people expect that the number 1, which is the last one, is gonna be the most valuable point. But the key is that you gotta start strong too. So pick the top 2 of your points and put it in number 10 and 1. That way the number 10, which is the first point, is going to give a great impression to your audience that the list is going to be amazing, and the number 1 is going to give you the retention. So they are going to wait until the end of the list to see what is your number 1 point. Another power tip is that when you're delivering the body of your content, just focus on the quality rather than the quantity. You don't want to overwhelm your target audience with too many points and tips. Instead, go in depth. 3 to 5 points is the optimum. The next part after you finish the body of your video is the bonus tip. You want to build trust with your audience. You want your channel, your business, your brand to be known for over delivery. And one of the easiest way to do that is simply deliver a bonus tip at the end of your videos. That way it shows to your audience that you're not holding anything back and you're ready to go above and beyond. That's how you build up trust with your audience. And that's very important, because in future when your target audience needs a product or service, you will be in their mind as number 1 pick, because in their unconscious mind, your brand linked to over delivery. And that's a very low cost but yet effective branding strategy. Next part is to bring up another video of your channel on the screen. But I have 2 tips to do that. 1, make sure you bring up your video on the screen while you're still delivering your main content. You don't want to signal your audience that your video is about to end. Otherwise, they are going to click off your video. And 2, make sure your suggested video somehow related to your playing video. The last part of your video, the final words, are still important. Some people like to finish their video by thanking their target audience. Not very effective closure, in my humble opinion. Some people like to finish their video with the unique, cool signature move. I don't recommend that, because it's more of a look at me rather than being all about them. You remember, when creating a video, it should be all about them rather than, hey, look at me. The best way to close your video is to utilize benediction. For 1,000 years, all religions use that, and it still is effective. You want to wish your audience success at the end of your video. That's very effective, and it still is all about them. So far, we have covered 8 sections of the content structure. For the next 3 parts, there is no specific order, and they can be used anywhere in the content structure that it makes sense. What are those 3 sections? They are call to action, second hook, and funny element. Let's start with the second hook. Sometimes you want to add a second hook somewhere in the body of your content to increase your audience retention till the end of your video. Basically, the first hook keeps them watching till the middle of the video, and the second hook is going to keep them watching till the end of the video. The next element that you can use it throughout your video is the call to actions. There are 6 types of call to actions: like, subscribe, comment, notification bell, ask them out to other platforms, suggest another video of yours. The key is not to ask all these actions all at once. You gotta spread them out throughout your video. and only ask for one action at a time in different parts of your video. This gives you a better chance to get response from your audience. Another section that you want to add to your video is a funny element. That makes your content and your personality more likable. And who doesn't want that? Now that we have covered all 11 sections of the killing content structure for a YouTube video that gets millions of views, let me tell you what is the most important part of this structure. Yes, you guessed it right. It's the hook. Because if you can't grab your viewers' attention within the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video, then they are gonna click off. And then this signals YouTube people don't like this piece of content, and as a result, YouTube is gonna stop pushing your content to more people. And you don't want that. If you wanna know how to design the best hook for your YouTube video in a way that hit the core desire of your target audience so that they can't help but watch your video till the end, you gotta watch this video. Wish you millions of views on your videos. You can do it.